Hello everyone. Today we're going to be looking at a game between Fujii Souta and Akutsu. This was played on April 18th, 2019 in the 27th Ginga Tournament Block E. Remember to pause the video when I ask questions and try to figure out continuations before proceeding. Let's begin. So Akutsu goes into Sakata Mukai Bisha. It's an opening that isn't commonly played, but you see it now and then. In return for bad shape of the gold on 3-3, white will aim for 2-4 pawn with pressure on the rook file. As long as black doesn't allow this to get out of hand, the game will end up better for his side. So with 3-8 gold, there's no way white's going to get any sort of breakthrough on the second file. Six bishop. This bishop works well in attack and defense. It slows down white's play by pinning the knight and aiming at targets on the diagonal. Knight 4-5 is threatened. So he gets out of the way of the pin. Repositioning the gold. And now Fujii played some pawn tesuji. I'll try to find it. 3-3 pawn. Instead of that, 2-3 pawn was also possible. If a rook takes, then the lance falls. But he played 3-3 pawn, threatening to promote the pawn on 3-2 next. And if 3-1 silver, and he dangles the pawn on 2-3, threatening 3-2 pawn promote, silver takes, and 2-2 pawn promote. So rook takes, and the lance falls. And instead of 3-1 silver, Akutsu played 3-1 pawn. Now Fujii found 2-2 pawn. Rook has to take, winning the lance. Notice how the pawn tesuji were made possible earlier with coordination from the bishop. 9-5 pawn. This is an attempt to mix things up. Okay, setting up a fork. It might look a bit unpleasant, yeah? Hitting the lance and the rook. Black has to make sure not to panic. What did he do? He dropped the lance on 9-9. It's better to hold on to material and put pressure on the edge than try to save the rook. Despite the unconnected position of the generals, white lacks good drops in black's camp. If he tries 4-8 rook, he can't take the lance because of this 5-5 horse, threatening the rook, and also 7-4 knight. So 2-9 dragon and 9-4 pawn. Very severe edge attack. And instead of 4-8 rook, if he tries 4-9 rook, As white is Fugire, the edge attack is very severe. This pawn anchored gold. Black is winning. In the game he played 4-5 gold. And now 3-8 lance would be solid and very strong. Fujii played a small combination instead. Okay, winning the rook. But you notice in doing that, he kind of made his king position kind of thinner. This looks scary, but Fujii calculated that his king was safe enough. Defense isn't only a matter of playing solidly. This game was a demonstration where the defense is based on calculation and tactics. Now if 8-8 rook, and black threatens to take the knight, he also threatens to take the silver with check. If 8-7 rook promotes, just threatening mate on 8-8, this isn't in time. Just check. If 6-2 knight drop, 8-2 bishop, he's going to get mated. And instead of 6-2 knight drop, if 8-2 king, again leading to mate, and if 6-2 gold, 5-1 rook drop. If 8-2 king, this is going to lead to mate. If 6-1 knight, mate. And if 6-1 silver, if king takes a rook, 4-2 gold mate. And again, white's going to get mated. So in the game, Akutsu took the silver and dropped the silver on 5-2. Instead of that, if he tried 4-2 silver drop, there's a really nice move here, 5-4 lance. But isn't there this fork? Oh yeah, but then there's this counter drop. Advantage to black. Played 5-2 silver drop. Now Fujii trades his horse for 2 generals. Okay, safe king. One final try, but Fujii didn't flinch. How did he finish things off? 8-2 silver, leading to mate. If the king takes, mate. If 6-2 king, mate. Yeah, this knight drop made a hole on 5-3. Common mating tactic. In the game, he played 6-1 king. If the king captures a silver, and this is going to lead to mate. And if 7-1 king, and if 6-1 king, mate. In the game, he played 6-2 king. After the final moves, this again makes a hole on 7-3. If 7-3 king, Just 8-2 silver or 6-5 knight will lead to mate. King captured, and with the hole on 7-3, 7-3 lands. And white resigned. Okay, thank you for joining me today. Any questions or comments can be left down below. If you learned something from this, please give the video a like. Remember to subscribe and let others know about this channel. If you'd like to further support the channel with donations, you can do so by clicking on the Streamlabs link in the description. Donations are not necessary but are always welcome. Thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye.